What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today is Sunday, June 22nd, and we are concluding our discussion around concepts for time management. And yeah, today we're going to be talking a little bit about the concept of simplifying your processes for time management so that your systems can run more efficiently. So this is kind of piggybacking off of the discussion that we had the other day around having a second brain. This concept sometimes involves foregoing having a second brain altogether because it's the notion that having a second brain might be too complex. And I also have a video for you guys that I'm going to make sure to link below on this, on letting go of the notion of having a second brain. I think that those two concepts can still work in tandem with one another. We can make sure that we have systems for our second brain that are communicating with each other, so we can still have a system that can be simplified and run efficiently without becoming overbearing and cumbersome because it's so detailed. It can be easy to get lost in the details, but that's what this concept tries to avoid. The concept of simplifying your systems is meant to help keep us from getting lost in the minutia, getting lost in the details that come with planning, especially if you tend to be a perfectionist and you want everything to be done perfectly and you want to make sure that you have a list for all the things. Sometimes having a system or a program set up within Notion can be really appealing because that's the way that you think on a regular basis. But the concept of simplifying your processes so that your systems can run efficiently without any need for excess fluff, so to speak. Let me give you an example. So if we are trying to make sure that we're getting everything done on the task list, and then you come up with this fantastic plan to make sure you've got all of your ducks in a row and every detail is accounted for, you've got this beautiful planner, and everything that leads up to the finished product, everything that leads up to you accomplishing this goal is so detailed, right? It's so well laid out and structured and beautiful that you end up wasting more time preparing to do the thing than actually doing the thing. Or this fantastic planner that looks great on the outside and you open it up and it's not functional. So to spend more time making sure that the process for completing the activity, the task, the project is efficient, to make sure that that process is streamlined so that we're not wasting time preparing when we could be using that time to make sure that our system is set up efficiently so that we can accomplish our goals in a timely fashion. So then maybe you're thinking to yourself, Veronica, why would I want to have my system streamlined? I enjoy planning everything out to the last detail. What am I going to do with all of that extra time that I'm saving by not over planning? You can spend that time on other things, maybe on getting to know yourself, having a better relationship with God, spending more time with your family. If you're feeling like you don't have enough time in the day, maybe we do need to look at, we talked about saying no and not people pleasing, but also we need to make sure that we are streamlining our processes and that we're constantly thinking about faster ways to get things done. And sometimes that means letting go of things that don't serve us anymore. Like when you go to the mall and you see this new purse and it looks fantastic and you already have 3 purses at home. You don't need an extra purse. Maybe you already have a planner that's a functional planner and it's working well for you. So the solution is not to buy a fancy new planner or not to buy some new system that is just come out onto the market to try to help you organize everything to a T. Maybe the secret to you getting back your time is in streamlining your processes, making sure that things run more efficiently. So we talked about that before in terms of like the grocery list or having someone else go pick up your groceries. If you have a lawn that needs to be mowed, you can have someone else mow your lawn. If you're looking at a goal, if you're looking at getting a certification and the way that you're studying seems to take 3 months, depending on how you learn, there might be a more efficient way to study for that exam. But this is the last tip, is to not be overcome by shiny object syndrome when it comes to time management systems and let that distract you from the real goal, which is to make sure that we are accomplishing our goals. We're not just setting goals, we're not just planning everything out just so that it looks pretty. The purpose of the plan is to execute the plan. Expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan. Just kidding. That's a quote from Flash. But to execute the plan and then modify it as we need to so that it can keep getting better. We can keep improving our processes and increase our efficiency to complete those tasks and those projects. And then hopefully speed up our success, right? We can get there faster and then have more time to relax and enjoy life. I love you guys so much. I hope these tips were beneficial. I hope that you guys got something beneficial out of this video today and the concepts that we talked about this week around systems for time management. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys.